I think that's the end of the song. It's early. I'm up. And it's cold. Cold for Texas. Well, cold for South Texas. It's like 40 degrees outside and rainy. A little chilly. My drafty apartment is not being friendly to me. So I am going to play some Duel Links, try to warm up. And it's a Thursday, so Thursday usually means I do ranked duels. Don't really want to do ranked duels, but it's one of those things you just kind of have to do it. You know? I mean, because there's some free stuff. Well, not really free, but as you win, you know, you get more stuff, you know. You're aware of that. So yeah, I apologize if you can hear a little hum in the background. In fact, let me double check my, let's see. A little loud on the mic. Yeah, there we are. Also, there is a there's a heater going on, my little space heater. So hopefully that's not too loud. I mean, I can hear it just because it's right by me, but I don't know if anybody else can hear it. If anybody else can hear it, I apologize. But it's going to stay on because, well, at least for now, it's going to stay on because it is quite chilly in here. So let me go over and, oh, what's this? Where is my, no, where is the game? Duel Links. There we go. Okay. Now we're good to go. Let's get some sound going. I have nobody watching, but that's okay. We're just gonna duel. We're gonna do our thing, and hopefully things pick up. Where's my sound? All right. First, we're gonna go through. How far along is this guy? He's still got a little bit of ways before he hits 32. I'm only leveling him up simply to get his gems. Because, yeah, I mean, I think I'm 120 packs in now. I gotta look. I may have forgotten. Let's see. How many packs exactly am I? I've kind of lost track. Let me see. Oh, wow. I'm 140 packs in. Still no Anki. Yeah, it sucks because I'm going to get this worthless piece of junk and this mostly worthless piece of junk first before I get the one card I want. That's it. Just one card. That's all I want. One effing card. Man. I seriously wish I could just get here. Here's 3,000 gems. Just give me the one card. I don't even care about the commons and, you know, the whatevers. I don't care about the rares or the normal. Just give me the one card. That's all I want. Just give me the one frickin' card. Won't do it. Hey Mel, what's going on? It's been a while. It's early, but yeah, figured. Do some ranked duels today. I'm just complaining about how I'm already 140 packs into the box, and I still haven't gotten the one card that I want. I only want one card out of the whole damn box. That's it. Just, I don't know when you came in as far as when I was complaining. But yeah. Oh, wrong one. Of course I clicked the wrong one. No, we don't want that one. Go back. This one. I want one card. That's it. I just want one Anki. Look at that. 140 packs in, thousands of gems spent. All I want is this. I had no use for any of these other cards. Not to say that they're not good. Canadia's good. Witch Raider's good. You know, but again, I need none of them except this guy. That's all I need. Just that. And I can't get it. 140 packs in. Konami's like, nah. We're going to make you spend a whole bunch of your gems on that. Big pain in the butt. Big pain in the butt. Let's see, how far along was I here? 20 support items. Oh, that's right. I can face Yugi now. The whatever. Yeah, let's roll some dice. What the heck, we'll do this here. And I'm playing with a character I don't normally play with, simply because he needs to level up, so I can get more gems out of him. So if I lose, I lose. This is not a friendly deck to play against level 40 NPCs. But we'll do that, and then we'll probably go and run some rank duels. I don't know which deck I'm going to use, but... Do I have the new Yugioh sleeves? I think I do. I haven't really paid a whole bunch of attention to this event. The only reason I'm on round 4 now is because yesterday I had like something like 2,000 of the little dice shards, and I was like, oh, what the heck? And so I just auto-dueled my way through all of it. I was just like, forget it. I'm just going to auto-duel it, and if I win, I win. Great. If I don't, just auto-duel it again until I win. And so that's pretty much what I've been doing, is just auto-dueling. Just like now. Just gonna auto-duel it. Just auto-dueling my way through the event. There have been a couple of times where I see my NPC using, my NPC doing something really stupid with the deck, and so I jump in and I stop them from doing that stupid thing. But yeah, that's really about it. That's the only time that I ever actually duel now within this event, is if I see like if I see my character start putting like breaker in face down position for no reason, then I'm like, okay, stop, give me the deck back. I'll just be like, no, you're not doing this. I kind of knew this was going to be a 3. Yeah, I mean, we've already played. I mean, technically, it's a different name, but it's the same event. You're not late at all. I just got started. And I'm going to be doing ranked after... Well, actually, I could just go do ranked now. Just so I can say I spent it... Oh, wait, hold on. I need to go get it. 7 hours late. I need to go claim my whole 50 gems. Go buy my 1 pack. Because I have to go through this stupid box all over again. You missed my complaining about how I'm this far into the box again and I still don't have Anki. I need nothing out of this box except that card. And I'm not going to get it. I thought I had it last night, but it was like, no, we're giving you this instead. I saw Plasma pop up. I'm like, oh, screw you, Konami. Screw you. Swear to freaking God. Oh, let me switch to... Well, let me see. What am I using today? Am I using the Odeon deck? Am I using Masked Heroes, which, again, do not have a third Anki yet? Or am I using Silent Magician? Well, I mean, technically I'm running the Tier 2 deck now. It's just, like I said, there have been too many times where I've lost a duel because I did not have the third Anki. Where I could have gone for the win, but I simply didn't have an Anki.
Very well. Let us begin.
Anki. E-Hero. Is it E-Hero Anki? I don't know. It's something Hero. Destiny Hero, whatever. Anki, that's the only thing. Yeah, because where is he? Hold on. And I'm only using Mako because he's got balance. That's the only reason. No other reason besides that. But, yeah, just to run in with the Masked Heroes. See, this guy. It's the only card I want. Masked Hero Anki, there you go. It's the only one. I just put these in here just to, fill it out, but I don't ever use them. I even got another Witch Raider. I got that second Witch Raider, and I'm like, I don't care. Just give me the freaking Anki. I would gladly trade in my extra Witch Raider for the third Anki, but you know how it is. Anyway, when is the Yu-Gi-Oh anniversary?
I'll teach you to stay out of the waters.
Later this month. Sometime later this month. I don't know exactly when. But let's go troll some people, I guess.
That I shall defeat this worthless opponent.
Well, the good thing is if I get an early victory, I get a whole 50 gems for that, so it's a pack of cards. So yeah, let's try to get the win. Give me one of your Onkies and I'll give you a Witch Rider. Gold rank 2. I forgot, we all ranked down again. So even though it's gold rank 2, I mean, technically it's like I'm still playing in platinum because everybody downshifted. So I'm basically playing the same people. Except for like the 1% of the, oh my god. Come on, give me a Are you serious? It's gonna be one of those days, guys. Look, it is gonna be one of those days. It's gonna be one of those days where I may draw a third Lava Golem, and the funny thing is I don't even have a third Lava Golem in this deck. But that's how it feels. Jesus Christ, man. Come on. The only good thing here is that we're both bricking. Neither of us can bring out a monster yet. Oh, he's running Arcane, so nice. Let's put him down. Draw sense lava golem. Drawing a lava golem when I don't even. Hold on, activate this card target monster. You can banish that target. When an opponent's monster declares a direct attack, you can send face-up card on the field to the graveyard. Oh, well, I'm not going to declare no attacks here, so that's fine. Yeah, go ahead and remove that. That's fine. You're doing me a favor there. Jesus Christ, come on! Sweet Mother of God. We are both bricking. Just, Jesus Christ. Sweet. I swear, every time Trax shows up, this happens. I start drawing Trax hands. So many other monsters in this deck, and I can't draw any of them. Thank you, sweet Christ, my God. I have an idea. Try to move this along. Because if I attack, he's going to bring this back. Oh, you're going to snipe, huh? Nah, you're going down, dude. Screw your snipe hunter. Let me think. DNA. Spike. I know there's a way I can win right here. He's got a heavy backfield, though. He actually let that go. Wow. That's surprising. My luck, he's gonna golem me. Fiend farewell. Oh, he's dumping fiends now. He wants to bring Necrophare. I'm actually okay with that. I don't know what this does anyway. I'll take it. He's gonna send it. There you go. He's gonna bring his monster back. Let's see, it should be at 3k, right? That's a 3k monster? Oh, 35 monster. So I would take 2,000. Hold on, we'll let the replay. There we go. Let's see if he does anything. Nope. Man. Talk about freaking Brick City there for a minute, man. Ugh. Man, that just sucked. I don't think I got a monster until what, like turn 7? I mean, a usable monster until turn 7. What is code? What do you mean code? Code for what? The only reason I won is because he... Whoa, okay, well maybe that's probably why he bricks so much. Look at this freaking deck. Let's see, how many high star monsters you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's got 8, so yeah, he deserves to brick. I do not deserve to brick. Yeah, that's an old deck, man. Maybe that's all he's got, though. Maybe that's, you know, I mean... Sometimes people just can't afford to get the new stuff. Maybe he doesn't play that much. Yeah, you can special summon them, but unless you can fulfill certain requirements, then they're just kind of stuck in your hand. Let's see. There's a 1 in 59 chance that I will get Anki. Anybody want to place any bets? 1 in 59 chance. No bets? Okay. By the way, you shouldn't gamble, kids. Gambling's bad, okay? Yep, nothing here. Could at least make a fur hire deck. Nah. Fur hires are so despicable. What do we get? We get gold next? Oh, we get a normal ticket. Oh, crap. Experience result. Oh, I didn't even realize I had a results booster. No. Oh, man. So yesterday, everybody died. I don't know about you guys. Well, these guys aren't... The people that died yesterday aren't even really from my generation. The only reason I know of them is because I used to watch them on television when I was a kid. But they're not really from my generation. Well, they're really not from my generation. But... Mean Gene Okerlund from wrestling fame, and if y'all ever watched wrestling at any time in the last 40 years. Yeah, Mean Gene, he died. He was 76 years old. And he died. Another person, I forget his name, I think it was Ron Einstein. He was better known, he's a comedian. And he was better known as Super Dave Osborne. He actually had a show back in the 80s that was on Showtime called The Super Dave Osborne Show. And more recently, he was on that show Curb Your Enthusiasm. I don't know if y'all watch that. I don't watch that show myself. I've heard of it, though. I'm very aware of it. But he was on that show. And he died as well. Interestingly enough, same age as Gene Okerlund, 76 years old. And if things couldn't get any weirder, another person died yesterday. This one, you don't really... this one, I wasn't even... I kind of knew who he was. What was his name? His name was like Don Dragon or something like that, or Doug Dragon. Something along those lines. And he was in a band back in the 70s, like in the late 70s. And he had some success. Apparently, he had a couple of. Oh, he gave up. He had a couple. He had a couple of #1 hits with this woman that he knew. He was like a piano player. He died yesterday too, and guess how old he was? He was 76. So 3 different famous people, all died yesterday. All 76 years old. I mean, that's. I understand that sort of thing is actually pretty common. If you really think about the numbers, but, you know. Bluff Trap? What is that? I've actually never heard of that. Let me see. Can be used each time your life points decrease by 1,200. Statue of the Wicked is set in your spell and trap zone. Huh. That's interesting. I'm familiar with that card, too. Basically, when it's destroyed by an effect, you get a token. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. These 3 people all died yesterday. And I was familiar with all of them. So that was kind of depressing. Because what was it, back in 2017? We had a lot of famous people die, like Prince died and David Bowie died. And, you know. That's unfortunate. Why are you going to be so depressing, man? But the great thing was, yesterday, nobody died. That we know of. Okay, yeah, this is a Kooki. Oh, gosh. I'm not crazy about running that with this many traps. I don't understand why people do that. I really don't. Unless you're running something like Vision Hero Witch Raider, I don't see the point of running this with that many traps. I guess they're running balance. Yeah, they're running balance. But even then, there are better traps to run in here if you're going to be running balance. In fact, let me see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 7 traps. He doesn't need 7. Because balance, I believe it's at least 6 of each card type, right? So he could actually take that out. Or take out any other trap and put in a spell card or something that he could use. Well. So we got 2 easy wins. And I think my next one is my rank up duel. Because it's gold, it's only 3, right? 3 or 4, I don't remember. Yeah, it is going to be my rank up duel here. Let's see if we can get one more quick one. Oh, speaking of old people, I was an old man yesterday. Because I've lived here for a few years now. And there's this driveway kind of right next to our apartment complex that goes to and from a church that's on Ocean Drive, which is a street literally like right on the ocean front. I've mentioned it several times. I live pretty darn close to the water. I could walk 5 minutes and be at the water, at the Gulf of Mexico. And nice. And there's this drive that goes right by our apartment complex that anybody can use. It's supposed to be used just for the church, but of course, you know, nobody listens to that. You gonna curry by that, really? You gonna waste a sphere on that? But for years, people would just speed right through because there's no speed bumps on that little road because it's not a real actual road. It's like a drive. But it's really long and it goes right by our apartments. And people would always constantly just speed right through it, like fly through it really fast. Well, apparently enough people complained and to the city. And I think it was the people that actually owned the church. I think they're the ones that complained. And they finally stuck a cop out there, like right kind of in the way there, like down the drive. So as people just barrel through this thing, he pulls them over. And so far, just in the last couple of days, I think they started it on the 1st, but just in the last couple of days, I've heard him turn his siren on at least 6 times. So like 6 people have all gotten tickets just from that. Which I think is actually kind of neat. Because, you know, you really shouldn't do that, kids. Don't do that, kids! Don't be that guy! Let's see. How do I want to play this? Phoenix is coming back, and he's going to destroy himself. So I probably should have floodgated that, but I think if I flooded it, he would have put something back there. I actually kind of want Phoenix to show up. Here, well, I'm going to have to do this anyway. So we're going to activate this. So he'll take the 2. We're going to put that down. So now it's only a 2 defender. I don't want to put my wall out there. We'll bring the soldier. So we'll hit this guy. Oh, he's got a Karibo. He's going to Karibo one of them. He's got a Sphere Karibo. He's going to let that go, but then he's going to Sphere Karibo this. Because he doesn't want to take the damage. Because he knew either way his monster was going to go away. Oh, he's going to regular Karibo. Okay. So regular Karibo. So now here comes Phoenix. And I'm actually... Well, we're going to activate... Simply because he'll take the 200, but it's still going to destroy because its effect is still on the chain. So, do I want to do that now? Oh man, I'm gonna wait. I don't really need it. I'm gonna wait. So he'll take the 200 from that. That'll go down. That'll destroy his monster. Okay. And so now he's going to be forced to summon something. Oh, wow. I hope he's got a lot of Karibos. His Phoenix is going to come back again. So I'm thinking he's got at least 2 Karibos. He's going to... Well, he's going to need at least 1. Well, no, he'll need 2. Okay, so he's going to let that go. Here comes 1 Sphere Karibo. And here comes the other? Nope. He's done. Wow. He didn't play that Yugioh deck very well. Either that or he just got a bad draw. Hooray! And now we get 10 gems. Oh, I think I told some of y'all in whatchamacallit, in Discord yesterday that I wanted to start doing some... I was going to start doing some videos for the old school Nintendo. Well, I got my gamepads in because I couldn't find my old ones. So I got the gamepads in. Click, click, click. And they look very much like the old ones, but they're not the same. But they're supposed to work. And I was setting everything up yesterday to start recording videos. And I have this little converter that I can use. That basically changes the analog signal into digital so that I can import it into the computer and record the action. Well, I don't know why, because I've only used the thing like one time before, and it was a couple of years ago, and since then it's just been boxed and put away. But I tried using it yesterday, it didn't work. So I had to order another one, a different one, but it basically does the same thing. It's only like $14, but it's still a pain in the butt because now I gotta wait till Friday, which stinks because I've been trying to get this going for the longest time, but there's always something missing. First it was a power adapter I didn't have, so I had to order the power adapter. Then I couldn't find the stupid controller, so I had to order controllers. And now I'm thinking, yeah, we're gonna do it finally, and the freaking converter doesn't work. So now I had to order another converter. So far, I've already put in like $50 in this one project. It's like, geez, man, when can I just finally get this going already?
Let us begin.
My luck, when I finally get a stupid converter in, I'm gonna get it in, and then the Nintendo will decide to take a crap on me. And the Nintendo works. I know it works. I played it, I didn't play it, but I turned it on last week, and it worked fine. It turns on, the game boots up, and everything. It works. But my luck, it's gonna be like, well, I think I'm old enough now. I'm gonna die. Because that Nintendo, the one I have, I think it was manufactured in early 1987. So it's an old machine. That thing's well over 30 years old. But it still works. And I really, really don't want to use ROMs. I really don't. Simply because they just don't play the same. But I want to get those videos going because they're tied into to football season. And if I wait till after football season is over, then the hype for the playoffs and all that's going to be gone. And, because once the Super Bowl ends, the hype for American football just kind of dies down. But as long as the playoffs are going, people are going to want to watch something having to do with football. So I'm hoping that works out. There's also another game I'm thinking about buying for the old Nintendo. I'm trying to remember what exactly it was called, but it was an old baseball game that I remember playing. That used to be really, really fun. And the great thing is some of the games, not all of them, but some of the games on the old Nintendo are actually really inexpensive. You can get some for like $5, $6. Just trying to remember which of those old games were the most fun. But then again, some of the games that I liked playing at the time, it may be fun to play, but not necessarily fun to watch. Like, there was one called Wizards and Warriors that I actually own. Great to play, but I used to hate watching my brother play. Because the whole time I'm just thinking, but I want to play. But it could have also been the fact that, we were children and... Juju Beans? I don't know who Juju Beans is. Blascobar, you have to tell me who Juju Beans is. I'm sorry that I'm boring you all here just doing the auto duels, but I really want to push this stupid thing so I can get his 200 gems. He is a mate of mine. A mate? I'm not going to go any further with that. Like a housemate? You all live together? Share an apartment? Roommates? I only ever had one roommate in my entire life. When I was like 20, I moved in with this girl. And we'd been friends for a few years. It was actually pretty great. But she always wanted to talk when she was taking a bath. I don't understand what that was. Maybe that was just her way of saying, hey, I want to show you my boobs, but Mate in Discord. I don't understand that. Anyways, let's get back to ranked duels, because that we're reeling. Let me... I don't know what that means. Stream 8 Omega? I don't know what that means. Oh, I didn't realize how far along he was. Oh, wait, that's right. I did push him a little bit to get to 250. Okay. So we're going to use... this deck, and we'll see how this works. 3 victories so far. 2 more and we get 50 gems. Your stream mates end? So you ended streaming as we know it? What does that mean? I don't know. I don't get it.
Duel.
Well, this is an interesting start. Kind of a brick, because I don't have a monster. Come on, Jesse. You gotta do better than this. Oh, harpies. Let's wait. I'm gonna wait until he targets, and then I'll destroy it. Because I imagine he's got a... Ooh, no, he set a monster. Okay. Let's take out the hunting ground now. And then I can hit the galaxy to one of his face downs and still have it in the graveyard. Oh my god. And have it in the graveyard just in case he brings another one out. Okay, so we're gonna dump... Let's dump this one. Sakuretsu armor. We're gonna pull the one from the grave. Let me see, is he gonna put it down? He's thinking about it. Well, I do want to deck them though, but I bet if I deck them, my next draw is probably gonna be a freaking level 8. I just have a feeling. Gotcha. I'm gonna leave that up there because I want to see what he brings out, because I imagine he's gonna tune something here. Hopefully do a synchro summon. And once that synchro summon hits, then I will destroy that. Oh, well, there's another hunting ground. Blackwing, huh? Let's see. Go ahead and bring it out. Come on, synchro summon, buddy. Get brave. Because if not, I'm going to have to do it to that. Oh, okay. Oh, crap. Okay, we're going to do it to that. Gonna try to save it. Enemy controller. Okay. So he's gonna dump it, take mine. Okay, well I'm gonna get a monster back. That's not so bad. At least I've burned his backfield. Oh, he switched it. Did he screw up? I think he screwed up. Why would he do that? That was a huge mistake. And we're gonna burn his other one. Still can't destroy that stupid thing, but got him top decking. Does he have the 4-star tuner? What's this thing do? Cards low. Oh, okay. So here comes the tuning. And the synchro. Not so bad. Okay. So at the very least, we're going to exchange monsters here. Okay, come on. I need a freaking recruiter. Really? Jesus. Hey, Blight. Magician deck is doing the same crap that my other deck was doing to me. Same crap. Watch, I'm going to draw another Silent Magician. Oh, I got a Cyclone. Here, I'll put this down there and see if I can get him to burn a card trying to kill it. Come on, need a freaking recruit. 9 cards left. Ugh, I need a freaking recruiter so bad. Where do you all keep hearing this? I never, ever said I was going to stop doing Duel Links. I never said that. I don't understand where you all are getting this from. And the reason why I'm a little high on it now is because the same thing was said to me yesterday. Who is saying this? I never said I was quitting. I don't get it. Like I said, I don't know where this is coming from. The only thing I said was that I wanted to do a variety of games. No, I never said that. I never said I was quitting Duel Links. I never said that. What I said... No, I said I felt the game was dying. I never said I was quitting. I said what I wanted to do is that I wanted to concentrate more on doing my old school videos like I used to because they're less stressful and they're easier to do. I never said anything about quitting Duel Links. But yeah, you're like the third person to say that to me. Yeah, I heard you were quitting Duel Links. I'm like, dude, I'm not quitting. Where do you all keep getting this from? I don't get it. It made no sense to fire the Cyclone. I was dead either way. But yeah, just to put that to bed, no, I am not quitting. I never said that. All I said was that I felt like the game was dying, and separately from that statement, I said that I personally wanted to also do more regular videos and not just do streams. Like I was doing like 4 or 5 streams a week. I'm thinking I may cut that back to like 4 streams a week and instead do regular videos more often. Simply because it's easier to do that. And I said it in Discord too. It's much easier. Yeah, might be moving on to something else soon. Exactly. That doesn't mean, hey, I'm quitting. That, again, that doesn't say, hey, I'm quitting. Oh boy, it's a Buster Blader deck. A Butter Blader! Well, here we go. Oh, it doesn't matter. It would have been the same because it actually may have slowed me down because I would have had to actually wait for that whole thing to go off. To pay the 1,000 to wait for it to target a card and then the card get destroyed. It would not have sped it up. It would have actually taken longer. Oof. Yeah, he tried to go for it. And I bet he's probably thinking to himself, the one card that could screw me over there, and he had it. He got a little greedy there. I think if he would have just, no, I think it would have worked out the same either way. Because if he didn't get rid of that little dragon whelp thing and bring out his other blader, then that thing would have been stuck in attack position. So how many wins is that? 4 wins and 1 loss? All right, come on. We gotta get our 5th victory. Oh, what did I do that for? Oops. I gotta click happy there, sorry. I need to get a dog. If I had a dog right now, it could keep me warm. It's so freaking cold here right now. Wow, this is an interesting starting hand. This sucks. I'm gonna have to pull from the deck too, because I really don't want to burn the one in my hand. This is not a great starting hand. This is proof that you can brick and not really brick. End your turn. No! Damn it. Damn. Really not what I wanted, but I'm gonna have to do this. Wall. That sucks. No, don't do this. Don't do this. Oh. He may have made a little bit of a mistake there. Let's see how this works out. Oh, he put in... Well, yeah, that was still a mistake too, because I'm just going to kill it. Thanks. I don't know why he did that. Not always, because, like, here he made a mistake. I would not have brought the Canada out in... Well, first of all, I wouldn't have brought it out at all, because it gave me a replay. And second, it was so easily destroyed, because the only other option would have been for him to put it in attack position, but then he wouldn't have wanted to do that either, because then, because of the replay, I would have not attacked with the Crystal Beast, attacked with this, and then brought out my big, giant, humongous guy. Ugh, that's a bad draw. Let me think. All I can do is defense this. And play, yeah, all I can really do is play defense here. And it sucks because they probably have an onslaught back there. And if they have an onslaught and they hit this, that's gonna really suck. Of course, I would draw frickin' level 8 before I draw a recruiter again. Oh, do you have an onslaught? We're gonna let that go. No onslaught still, huh? Oh, now I draw that. Now that I don't need it. I think he's gonna wait until this hits the field. And then he'll ram into it. He'll take the damage, but then he'll remove it. That's when he'll activate his onslaught. That would be the right move. Or no, I mean, either way, I think he could, like, if he attacks into this, that'd be fine to activate it too, because then that's gone. He doesn't have to worry about it. Because right now it's still a little bit of a problem for him, because it can still negate. It still has a spell negation, so It's probably changing the way that he plays a little bit here right now. Keeps pausing for the damage step. I wonder what he has. Do you think he has a spike? Because it keeps pausing for the damage step. I'm thinking he has a spike shield. Depends on how you play them. There are a lot of different ways to play Amazons. Galaxy. Now the question is, it's not this one. I'm gonna go for the middle. Let's see. Oh, he's thinking now. He could activate it. Oh, he's letting it go. Oh, it's a wall. Okay. Not what I was hoping to hit, actually, but... here, let's put that down there, too. So that's not... It's not a bad hit, but I wanted to get the onslaught. I'm guessing this is going to be the onslaught, then. This one. That's not true at all, Blight. When I played Amazons, I did really, really well, and I had spells. I didn't have exclusively spells, but I ran a lot of spells. I ran stuff like Chalice and Super Rush. And boy, can I tell you how many times... Oh, not Offerings to the Doom. I never used that. Never used Offerings to the Doom for that. But even now, the modern Amazon deck does use some spells. Like, one of the more popular ones that it uses is Amazoness Heirloom. I've seen people run Heirlooms, and they do fairly well with it. At this point, I think they're just waiting for me to deck out. They don't really have to do much. I'm not drawing any of the stuff that I need. The only thing that can help me right now... Let's see. Is it going to flip? It's got to be this one. Well, this... Well, let me think. Well, no, that was pausing too. So I don't really know what that is. Blight, you also have to remember, not everybody plays the exact same way. That's one of the biggest things that people don't understand. And I'm not knocking you. I understand what you're saying. But what I'm saying is, and this is a story I've told people before, is somebody was like, no, you need to run Amazons with 10 monsters. And so that's what I did. I was losing left and right. Seriously, losing left and right with 10 monsters. And it never felt right to me. It never played the way I wanted to, and I was losing. And they're like, well, you're playing it wrong. I'm like, dude, I'm playing it exactly the way you're telling me to play it, and it's not working. I went in and I switched over to 11 monsters. And guess what? I won. I won and I won and I won. Non-stop. Simply because, again, everybody has their own play style, even when it comes to playing different types of decks. There's more than one way to play a deck type. Just like there's more than one way to build a deck type. It's not all going to be the same. It's just not. And you can make the argument and you can argue all day, oh, well, my version is better, and, well, no, not really. Again, because it really depends on how you play that deck. And like I said, not everybody's going to play the same way. Everybody plays a little bit different. What works for one person is just simply not going to work for the next. It's just the way it is. It's like it's almost like the people that like you ever buy something where it says one size fits all? I mean, come on. Is it really? Is it really one size fits all? It's not. It doesn't matter how many Amazon decks you run. You can run 30 Amazon decks. But again, that is just from your experience. And like I said, from my experience, running 11 monsters worked for me. Even though everybody kept telling me, no man, you gotta run 10. No. Again, not the way I play. Is he gonna put it down again? Yeah, he's just stalling out at this point. I kind of have to attack, even though I don't want to, because I know there's a wall back there. Although, I hope he doesn't make the same mistake he did last time. Oh, an onslaught. Okay. That was the right time for the... Oh, he made a mistake again. What a mistake. Put it in defense. Oh. That was a mistake. And I could actually hit that, and mine won't be removed. Unless... Here, we'll do this. See a mirror wall. That actually might be the best thing he could have done for me. Let's see if he keeps it around. No, he didn't pay. Put it in defense. Oh, he's... Oh, okay. Genzo! Alright. Interesting technique for him there. I'm still in trouble because I'm gonna end up decking out. Yeah, I'm gonna end up decking out here. I mean, well, she would not be destroyed because of Amazoness Queen. All I can really do is hit the Genzo. He'll take some damage, but it's not gonna matter. I'm gonna deck out. Let's turn 22. All they have to do is wait. That's all they have to do. They can just pass turn because I don't have anything better. I guess that works too. That does seem a little odd, though. If you're going to run nothing but traps, as some people would say, why would you throw Genzo in there? It doesn't make a lot of sense. I guess maybe it's just a counter, and you throw him out there just so you can have him out there for a turn or two, knowing he's eventually going to get destroyed, but... Alright, so... The Amazon... Well, not the Amazons. The Silent Magician is not being very friendly to me. It's just, yeah, it's not playing very well right now. So let's try something else. We'll try at least one more. Let me get my whole 5 gems. I'm gonna get 10 gems. I'm gonna get 55 million gems. And let's try... I haven't tried Masked Heroes yet. But sometimes people see Masked Heroes and they just give up.
Magic show will delight with fright. I'll show you no mercy.
Kind of want to win this just so I can get the 50 gems out of it. And so I can go get some packs. Southeast Asia. Well, Blasgabar, the whole idea is for the show to be entertaining. I like to offer you different decks.
Duel.
Oh, wow. That is an interesting starting hand. Depending on what they start with here... Oh, crap. This isn't so bad. Because that might be all they're going to do here. Because of the Noble Knights that I've seen, a lot of them don't run traps. Some do. But they don't run very many. Okay. So this is interesting. It's probably better if I attack directly, because directly I'll do more damage. Yeah, let's just attack directly. Because it's not going to destroy him, so I can't get my effect. But I can attack directly and do more damage. And I have a solid backfield, so... should be able to hopefully get by this, unless he just gets all his stuff going. If he gets all his stuff going, then this is going to hurt a little. But not a huge amount, because I've got the Paleozoic. So I'm going to let him go through all of his progressions here. Oh, let's see what he's doing here. Completely Warrior. Okay. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so he's doing that to mine. That's actually not the worst thing in the world. Let me see what he's going to do here. Oh, you're going to try and destroy that, huh? Well, no. We're going to do this. We're going to put that down, and he's going to lose both of those. Oh, well, maybe just one. Okay. Still not terrible. It's going to flip it back up. Okay, so he's going to destroy my Drill Dark. Oh, well now he just wants to get rid of everything, huh? This is actually not terrible. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate that. In fact, that follow is follow number 50 on Twitch. Follow number 50. It's finally there. Only been going after that forever. But that is follow number 50. It's amazing! It's not what I wanted to draw. Now, of course, with the Odeon deck, this would have probably been over already. Well, maybe not, because I probably would have bricked. That would have been my luck. But same thing with the when I was versus the Amazon deck, probably would have bricked. But you could have won. Well, doesn't help when I don't draw a frickin' monster. Gotta draw monsters to win, usually. And now I'm not drawing anything I need. He's able to get all his stuff going, so this is just boring now, just waiting to lose. Lux Gamer, thank you for the follow. Speaking of follows and whatnot, I think I've gotten like 7 or 8 more subs on YouTube over the last couple of days. I made a comment about it in Discord. I was like, yeah, the only time that I get new subscribers on YouTube apparently is when I give stuff away. Ugh, of course, more crap. Yeah, I mean, he's gonna. I probably should just surrender it, because there's nothing I can do. Soon be able to buy ramen. Well, I can buy ramen right now. It's not a matter of money. It's a matter of just getting to 1,000 on YouTube. Explain to you what? I don't understand what. Explain to what? Mission? This isn't a mission. This is just a match. A match that I just lost. Well, wins are getting more and more elusive. Can't send Skren's shot, man. What? I really don't know what you're saying, dude. I'm sorry. I have no clue what you're saying. I guess we're gonna have to go back to Odeon to get a frickin' win. I don't really like always playing this deck, though.
I shall defeat this worthless opponent.
I felt that the reason why this deck was as successful as it was is because so few people were playing it. So whenever somebody did run into it, it was a good chance that it was the first time they'd ever run into it. And so it confused them, and it threw them off. But now, there are people who run it all the time. Like, that's the one deck they always play. No, I can't lose. I don't want to drop down.
Duel.
Not the worst starting hand, but not the best one either. It kept deleting your screenshot? I still don't know what you mean, dude. What do you mean it keeps deleting your screenshot? I don't know what you mean. Oh crap, he's got a treacherous. Because I played Amazon for a good 4 months, and I am done with it. I'm just kind of done with it. I'm just like, eh. Well, who was it that said, why not play the Yugioh deck? You would have won. You owe me $5 now. Because apparently, no, that's not how it works. Because look, even playing this, I'm still losing. Actually, I don't have very many more cards. Because remember, I've just bought 142 packs of the same stupid box that I've already bought 100 times before. So I've got nothing but duplicates. Well, that's a rank down. That's actually not too surprising, seeing as how the season just started. Like I said, I'm basically facing a bunch of platinum people who are just ranking up again. Aw, I don't want to defeat Luna. I'm just going to surrender so they get the win. Look, and this is their rank up duel, too. Oh my gosh, look at the size of that deck. That doesn't sound right. I already did. It doesn't do well. It doesn't. Ooh, already gonna send that away, huh? So they're not gonna draw here. Kinda don't want to send that Rose Lover to the graveyard either. But I'm kinda gonna have to. Yeah, I made that deck. I really don't feel like playing it. Some decks are simply not fun, and I don't really find it that fun. I thought I would, but I don't. Jesus freaking Christ, man. Freaking Berg. Oh, and of course Aroma Garden, that's beautiful. Alright, go ahead and... How is this possible, man? I think I've lost like 4 straight now. What is going on? How am I getting just... Ugh. Yes, you are. Dark Trex is always referring to that deck. Nah, it's not. Like I said, Trex, I thought I would like that deck, and I didn't. Pretty much any deck with Synchrons I thought that I would like more, but I don't. Jesus Christ, man. I've lost 4 in a frickin' row. Well, at least 5 in a row, I'm just going to retire for the day. Because once you lose that many in a row, it's like, why even keep going? It's like, yeah, it's just not gonna, you know, the draws are not going, even here, this is just, the starting hand, man, come on, just. Well, now it got better, but not by much. All depends what they do next. And it sucks that I didn't have a Amazon swordswoman. I would have attacked. Get him for an easy 1500. Hey, stop talking about Trek's girlfriend that way. What event? I'm not even playing the event. Oh, if it's an Abyss Soldier, oh, it's this. For a second, I thought he was going to break out Abyss Soldier on me. Well, I know what he's playing. Now I just need an Amazon Swordswoman. Come on. Draw a Swordswoman. Please draw a Swordswoman. If I can draw a Swordswoman... of course not. Swordswoman? Thank you. Unless he puts it down. Which he could. Well, I started at gold 2, went up to gold 3, moved back down to gold 2. Is he gonna sit there and make me wait now before I get this win? He's gonna... oh, no, okay. He wasn't being a jerk about it. He was like, no! Use the Suijin against him. He thought about it. I thought that would have been hilarious if he'd actually put my Amazon down to 0 just for the hell of it, just to be funny. Oh my god, I got my 50 gems! It only took me frickin' forever. I'm like 5. I think my record today is like 5 and 6. I don't have a winning record. I do not have a winning record. What was he running? Suijin's... oh, okay. Interesting water deck here. Leviathan Dragon. Do you mean winning streak? What do you mean winning streak? I don't know what you mean. No, I don't mean winning streak. I mean my record today. Like my actual win-loss record. It's 5 wins and 6, maybe 7 losses. I'm not doing well today. I was doing well for a little bit, and then it just took a nosedive. It's like I was doing okay, and then I lost 4 in a row. And I was like, ah. Well, let's go get our... no, not steak. No steak today. Let's see. We're gonna go get our 3 packs, and I'm not gonna get Anki again. I haven't even bought any packs from the new box. I bought 0 from the new box, just because it looks that depressing. Yeah, no Anki as expected. So that was a nice waste of 150 gems. To get 3 Wallady. Well, you got lucky. Because that's not very... it's not actually... it's 2,500 gems, and you get 3 Wallady. That's actually really good. Hey, it's Tomahawk. How you doing, Tomahawk? Thank you for the follow. Why am I getting so many follows on Twitch today? That's interesting. You're like the 4th person to follow me today. There are weeks that go by where I don't get a single follower. And today I've gotten 4. It's interesting. No, I'm not. I will never be exclusive to Twitch. It's not going to happen. Because I've talked to a lot of people. I talked to people who are in their partner program, their affiliate program. I'm not going to speak bad about Twitch, just like I don't necessarily speak terrible about YouTube, but I can understand why some of the partners and the affiliates are frustrated with Twitch. That's all I can really say on a stream, so that Twitch doesn't just come right out and say, you're banned, get out of here. You don't get partnered. Once, okay, the way it works with Twitch is you don't just suddenly become a partner. That's not how it works. You get to apply to become a partner, but when that happens, they have certain stipulations that you have to abide by. One of them being that if you apply to become a partner and you're approved to be a partner, that means you can only stream on Twitch, and that's it. Can't stream on YouTube, you can't stream on Mixer, you can't stream on any of the other platforms. You are exclusive to Twitch, which I do not like. I do not like that. Because, one, they're basically directing the way in which your streaming, I guess, career is going to go. And two, if I'm going to be exclusive to one particular platform, they better damn well pay me good. And based on what I've heard, unless you are like in the top tier of streamers, like the upper echelon, like ninja type, you know, popularity, you are not going to make that much money. You're just not. You'll make a little here and there. You know, I'm not going to completely knock it. You'll make some, but you're not, it won't be anything you can live off of. But again, you're going to have to be one of those people that is consistently getting like 3,000 plus people watching all the time. And that's if they, you know, give, you know, do the bit donation thing and all that stuff. I was reading through the whole thing and I just don't like it. I just don't. I understand why they do it that way, but I still don't agree with it. Because like I said, unless you're up in the, you know, unless you're top tier, you're just simply not gonna make a lot of money. Like even some people that I know that are affiliate and partner, they're not top tier, but they've already reached those levels. They've told me some of the numbers, and they're not promising. In fact, in a lot of cases, because I guess some people feel like to be a top tier streamer, you need to have really good gear, which it's a part of it. I mean, you want to have a good microphone, you want to have a good computer, you want to have good monitors, you want to have the software you need, all that stuff. And it basically pays for itself. Based on the money that you get, you know, in your partnership or affiliation with Twitch, it will help to pay for some of that stuff, but not all of it. Again, unless you're upper echelon, which most people will not be. Or you could get lucky and you could be a woman who is at least somewhat good looking with a nice body, and you get on Twitch and you dance around in yoga shorts and a skimpy top for money. Which, again, I'm not hating on that either. If you got it and you flaunt it and people want to give you money just for doing that, then more power to you. It's true. It's so true. If you are a nice looking woman and you get on screen and you bounce around a little bit, people will give you money. Alright, how many coins? No coins! You're getting gate keys. But I think it's because there's two different tiers. Well, there's actually three different tiers. There's just your regular low tier entry level kind of stuff where there's really no, well, there are rules, but it's not like hardcore rules. But then there's affiliate. I think that's how it works. I'd have to look it up again. Then there's affiliate, and then there's partner. Affiliate is the one that most people can get to fairly easily. If you're just consistent, and I think it's you have to have at least 50 followers, and then you have to stream like a certain number of days. You have to stream for a certain number of hours. And I think the last thing is that you have to average at least 3 viewers over the last 30-day period, and then at that point you're allowed to apply. And then from what I understand is they usually approve you pretty quickly. But even then, once you get to that level, I don't know. I'd rather hedge my bets on something that I know works, which is Google, YouTube, and AdSense. Those three things I know work because I've gotten them to work before. And they do pay you out. And it is possible to make good money doing that. And it's not based on just streaming. It can be based on doing, you know, this like the videos, like regular 5-10 minute videos that I want to kind of concentrate on more. You can do that and still make money. You can have a website with Google ads on it and make money, and it's all tied to one account. And so every time you make a little money here and there, it all goes into that one account and then it pays you out. Do you pay taxes for that money? You should. I'll say that. You should pay taxes for that money. But in the end, it really all depends on how that works out. Like, say for instance, if from the beginning you just don't make a lot of money, then you might be in the lowest tax bracket there is, which is 0. Meaning that's how much you would pay in taxes. Well, no, it is should. And this is why I say that. Think of it like this. I don't know the exact number for 2018. I have to look it up when I do my taxes. But I usually look it up when I do my taxes because my mother and I, we've been doing taxes for a number of years now. For not only for ourselves, but for businesses and stuff too. Like my mom usually does the businesses and stuff. Like she handles all my brother's tax stuff because he actually owns a corporation. So to do the taxes for a corporation it's a lot of work. And I usually help her out. And as far as for individuals, there is a particular threshold that you normally have to hit before you are actually required to pay tax. And I'm trying to remember how much it was. A number of years ago, it was like $17,000 a year, something like that. But if you only made about $17,000 or less per year, then you didn't have to pay any tax. At least here in the United States, you didn't have to pay any tax, and it didn't matter where that money came from. It could be from a regular job, it could be from contract work, you know, or it could be work like you know, like Google AdSense, that kind of stuff. It still counts as income. But again, once all your income is added up, if you are still below that threshold, then you don't have to pay tax on it, but you still have to report it. Now, if collectively between your regular job and your streaming and all that other stuff, if you are above a certain number, then yes, you do have to pay tax on any amount above the threshold. Like say for instance, if the threshold is $17,000 and you make $19,000, then that first $17,000 you don't pay tax on. But the $2,000 above that, you do get taxed, and you do have to pay tax on that. And you still have to report it too. You have to report all your income. Because if you don't report your income, that's a big no-no, and you can get into a lot of trouble if you don't. That's why a lot of those, I don't know, I think I mentioned it before about how there were those Instagram models that they were collecting money by sharing naughty pictures with certain individuals, or maybe even more, like maybe doing naughty little snippet videos and saying, okay, I'll make this video for you, but you got to pay me $200. They weren't paying tax, and they weren't reporting that as income when they should have been. And I think, again, I mentioned it to you all that one of the Instagram models, I'm saying that with little quotes, pissed off one of her, I guess one of the people who was trying to pay her for that. And so he got upset and he reported her to the IRS, and now she's under audit. And you do not want to be under audit. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, if you've reported all your income, then you don't have anything to worry about if you're under audit. You really don't. But let's face it, some of the people who do that stuff, they don't report all their income. And one, if you're found to be not reporting all your income, you're going to get a fine for that. All depending on how much that fine is, depending on how much, you know, money you didn't report, and it also depends on how long it's been since you've not reported. And then on top of that, you are taxed on any money above that certain threshold again. So there's a whole lot of money that's going to be coming out of pocket for those women. Or men. I don't think too many men do that, but I know a lot of women do. A lot of, you know, the Instagram model women do that stuff. And some of them weren't, like I said, they weren't reporting that as income, and they got into a lot of trouble. So the gravy train may be coming to an end for a lot of those roles. Which is a little unfortunate, but at the same time, it's like, well, you know, if I gotta pay my taxes, then you gotta pay your taxes too. Nobody is immune. Unless you don't make a lot of money. Okay, this dude's doing something weird. What are you doing? No! No! Don't do Witch Hero yet! Are you stupid? God damn it, Odeon. He did that way too early. I saw what he was doing, that's why I tried to take control, but it was like, no. It was way too early to do that. What an idiot. Yeah, that's treacherous. Kind of saw that coming. But anyways, that's my tax rant. Speaking of which, those of you here in the States, y'all are going to be getting your W-2s here pretty soon. Don't put it off, man. File your taxes. And I'm not just saying that as to be like a stern father figure. I mean, seriously, file your taxes, because most of y'all are probably going to be getting some money back. I, on the other hand, will not be getting any money back. Because of all the income that I have from like my books and stuff, I pay my taxes quarterly. And pretty much as soon as I get my income statements for that quarter, I calculate the tax, I send it off, and that's it. So basically, I at the end of the year, I pay nothing, I don't owe anything, I don't get anything back. It all evens out. So that's why I don't get any money on the tax returns. But that's the thing for me. If I can get through the year and not owe tax, then I'm happy. Whereas some of you guys, I don't know. Some of y'all, I know some of y'all are kind of young. Like, I know Trax is like 18 or something. Any early stream slim troll? How am I trolling you? I don't get it. How? I think Maroon just makes stuff up. You just make things up. We're talking about taxes. I'm offering good advice, telling you all to be fiscally responsible, to go and pay your taxes. No. But you're like, no. I will not pay my taxes. I will be an Instagram model that doesn't pay tax. Well, there are Instagram models that are not American, so I imagine some of them probably get away with it. It all depends what country you're from, really. Here in the States, don't even try to get away with not paying taxes. You will get caught. And when they catch you, they will frickin' stick it to you. In the most ridiculous ways, too. Like, here's one thing you all may not have heard about. Wesley Snipes. Do you all know who Wesley Snipes is? He's the guy that played Blade in the Blade movies. He's an actor. And he'd made a lot of money from all those, you know, from all the stuff that he did. He made a lot of money. And the only thing is that, unfortunately, he didn't pay any taxes on a lot of that money. When he got audited and something happened and he had to go to trial, he ended up owing something like $1.2 million in taxes, which he eventually paid. That was part of the whole thing, is that he would, you know, obviously have to pay the tax that he owed. With fines and everything, it was like $1.2 million. But then on top of that, they also sent him to jail for a year. He was in federal prison for a year. And that always kind of struck me as the most ridiculous thing. Because, okay, he owes tax, I get that. You gotta pay your taxes, okay? But it's like, yeah, we're gonna take these taxes from you. But at the same time, go to jail so that the taxpayers now have to pay for you to sit in jail for a year. And I'm like, really? You couldn't just ask him for a little more money? I mean, he pays $1.2 million to settle a tax debt, then he goes to jail, in which we spend $100,000 to house and feed him, you know, for a year. It's like, really? Come on. How stupid is that? It's kind of like a guy, another story I heard was, there was a guy who stole a can of beer from a corner store. $2 can of beer. No joke. This is totally true. You can look it up. I think. Anyways, so he steals this can of beer. He gets caught, and it's a $2 can of beer. Okay, that's it. That in itself should have just been a misdemeanor. You give him a ticket, he goes on his way. But no, they threw the book at him. He ends up in jail for like 6 months. They sent him away for 6 months. He sits in jail for 6 months. The whole time, again, you know, somebody has to pay for that, which are the taxpayers. So he's sitting in jail. He's getting fed every day. He's getting clothed every day. He's got a shower. He's got a roof over his head, which I guess is good. I mean, because unless you were really struggling for money, I mean, why else would you steal a $2 can of beer? When all is said and done, he spends 6 months in jail. He doesn't get a fine because he's... oh, God, what's the word I'm looking for? He's pretty much perpetually homeless. So you can fine him, but you're never going to get money out of him. So it makes no sense. So they just stick him in jail. So for the theft of a $2 can of beer, the taxpayers basically shelled out something like $20-something thousand to house and feed him for the 6 months that he was in jail for. That's not including the costs for the court or for the DA or for his defense attorney. Because, you know, since he didn't have any money to get a defense attorney, he was appointed one in which the taxpayers paid for it. So. Yeah, it's stupid. It is the stupidest thing ever. All that over a $2 can of beer. $2. But no, we're going to go and spend $30,000 to teach him a lesson. So he sits in jail for 6 months. Finally, they let him out. We hope you learned your lesson, sir. He immediately goes back to the same store. Steals another can of $2 beer. I wish I were making that up. I really do. And people, here's the interesting thing, is some homeless people, they will purposely go commit crimes so that they go to jail. Because most of them don't want to go to the homeless shelters. Because some of the homeless shelters, not really so much here in Corpus, but the homeless shelters like in Austin and Houston and San Antonio, they're actually really bad. Like if you're homeless and you go into a homeless shelter, which is where you think you'd be safe, no. There are lots of reports of women getting. I can't say it because then I'll get demonetized, but I'm pretty sure you guys are smart enough to figure out where that's going. So the women in those shelters are obviously not safe. And as far as the men, some of them have to deal with that same situation again, if you know what I mean. And not only that, but of what little they do have, like their shoes, their clothes, their jackets, those get stolen all the time too. So those places are simply just not that safe. Because a lot of homeless shelters are run by volunteers, they're nonprofits, and so they don't have a lot of money. And so they can't hire things like security guards. But if you go to jail, there are guards there all the time. And at least when you're in jail, if you choose to, you can just sit there in your cell and, you know, read books. They bring you food. It's not the best food, but it's food. You know, you don't have to worry about sleeping in the cold. You know, there's a lot of advantages to actually being in jail. And so that's what some of them will do. They will purposely go commit crimes so that they can end up in jail. Homeless people have even told judges, the judges are like, why did you do this? Because I wanted a place to sleep. Why don't you go to the homeless shelter? It's dangerous there. And jail's not. It's safer than there. It's kind of sad, but it's 100% true. Yeah, because it's true, man. I mean, think of it. If you go and you commit a crime, even if it's just, you know, like a little petty crime, you know, at the very least, you're going to get a couple of days in jail where, like I said, you're going to get 3 meals a day. You have access to a shower. You have access to health care. Yes, you have well, most places. You have access to decent health care. I can't necessarily say it'll be the best, but it's health care. And, yeah, you simply don't have to worry about a lot of stuff. They provide you with shoes. They provide you with something to wear. They give you a blanket. I mean, If you're homeless and you're desperate, I mean, why not? Is that China? Somebody from China is watching me. There you go, man. I am now... I've come full circle, man. I am now famous in China. You sure seem knowledgeable about this stuff. Well, when I was 18 tracks, I was homeless for a short time. That's why I know. Have I been to jail? I got arrested once because I was... This isn't... Here's no joke either. I got arrested once in 2008 when I was moving. No joke, I was moving and I had boxes in my car because when you move, you put stuff in boxes, you know. I get pulled over. The cop's like, what's in these boxes? And I'm like, oh, they're just my things, I'm moving. And he pulls me out of he doesn't literally pull me out of the car, but he asks me out of the car. I'm like, okay, sure, you know, because I didn't do anything wrong. So I just do what he tells me. So I'm there and another cop shows up and so I'm kind of chit-chatting with the other cop. Unbeknownst to me, the first cop decides he's going to get in my car and start digging through my boxes. He finds a kitchen knife. And he arrests me for having a kitchen knife in my car and not telling him. I'm not kidding. I got arrested. They took me to jail. I'm like, are you guys serious? I'm like, it's a kitchen knife. He's like, but you didn't tell us you had it. I'm like, dude, I don't remember what's in every single one of these boxes. I had like 10 boxes in my car. Anyway, so yeah, they take me to jail, and man, did it smell. I'm not kidding. If you've never been to jail, don't ever go. Stay on the up and up, guys. Don't ever go to jail. Man, it smelled in there. It smelled horrible, and it smelled so bad it would stick to your skin. It was just disgusting, dude. It smelled horrible. The bathrooms were just... This is in the holding area, by the way. Okay? This is not in the cells and stuff. They kept me in the holding area. And even while I'm there, I'm just like, you know, because, I mean, every single person that goes into the jail, they have to be evaluated by a doctor. And I remember they took my blood pressure. My blood pressure was high. They're like, why is your blood pressure high? Are you on any pills or anything? And I go, no. I said, I'm actually just kind of nervous. And they're like, why? And I said, because I'm in jail. And they're just like, oh, yeah. But yeah, that's what happened. They arrested me for having a kitchen knife in a box in my car. Yes, the case was dropped. I got off of it because it was BS. Even the DA knew it. Even the assistant DA was just like, well, you know, we could go to trial. And I go, dude, you and I both know if we go to trial, it's, you know, I wasn't saying this directly to him. I was basically saying it to my attorney. And then my attorney was just like, dude, it's a kitchen knife. You know this isn't going anywhere. Just let it go. But still, I mean, before all that happens, I mean, they still arrest you and they still put you in jail. And the funny thing is that the cop that arrested me that night, when I went to the courthouse to settle my case, to get it all taken care of and washed away, he was there. And I even told my lawyer, I said, that's the guy that arrested me. He's like, oh, apparently that cop had been doing a lot of that crap. Where he would just arrest people. Because from what my lawyer told me about that cop, and again, this is just hearsay. This is what my lawyer told me. He said that apparently that cop was a little older, and he was. I remember him being a little older. He was like in his 50s. But he was still on the beat, still doing his job. And he didn't really like being out and about. So what he would do is the first chance he would get is he would arrest somebody and bring them in. And because whenever you process somebody, the cop has to be there when you get processed. And so essentially, once he brings you into the jail and he starts processing you, the cop basically sits on his butt for like 3 hours doing nothing. But that still counts as part of his shift. So he would do that a lot. He would just arrest people for kind of frivolous crap, knowing that eventually it would get dismissed anyway. But he didn't care. He just wanted a reason to go back to the jail so he could sit on his butt and do nothing. America! That's why we love America! Okay, so Moni asks, what exactly is the difference between prison and jail? Jail tends to be short-term. Basically, jails are like your city or county jails. They're relatively small. They are only built for so many inmates at a time. And again, like I said, they're usually short-term. Like if you go in for like a handful of speeding tickets and you're just not paying your tickets, they'll stick you in county for like a month. Prison, on the other hand, is different. Prison is for long term. Like if you're going to be there like, 4, 5, 6 years or life, they're going to send you to prison. That's a whole different thing. But the scary thing about jail is that, like, say for instance, if you're arrested for like something like murder, they don't immediately send you to the prison because, again, here in America, you have to go through, the trial system and all that stuff. And so before your trial even starts, they keep you in the county jail unless you bail out, which most people who get, arrested for murder, generally, they either get held without bail because they might be a flight risk, or, they just can't afford to bail themselves out because bail for murder is usually pretty high. It's usually like $500,000 or something like that. But yeah, that's the difference between the two. Prison tends to be more lucrative for companies, which is sad. Damn, can I draw a frickin' monster? Apparently I can't draw a monster I can use. Anyways. Yeah. Weird stuff, man. Here in America. Oh, America! I wish we had kind of like a... I guess you could call it a justice revolution. And what I mean by that is... so many people get arrested and ticketed for just ridiculous stuff. And what will happen here is that, like, say for instance, if you get pulled over for speeding, or you forget to use your blinker or something like that. In most cases, just to make it go away, you end up shelling out like $200 or $300 for the ticket, just so it'll go away. Even if you didn't do anything wrong, some people still do that because they don't even want to have to mess with it. Because if you do stuff like if you get a ticket and you contest it, you got to go to court. And if you go to court, you have to pay for the court costs. You generally want to get an attorney, and attorney's fees are ridiculous. I'm talking like, $150 an hour. And then on top of that, if you take it to court, you can choose to either go to court, and have either a jury trial or a judge trial. But even then, if you push it all the way to court, at that point, the district attorney will almost always go for the harshest possible sentence if you were to lose. And so, not wanting to risk that, people often just settle it. And they'll just, like I said, they'll just pay the ticket, or they'll just offer any sum of money just to make it go away. And even then, with those types of cases going in and out where you don't have to, go before a jury, that sort of stuff, the court system is extraordinarily backed up. Like, you could get, like, if you got a ticket today, you wouldn't even go to court for like 6 months. That's how long you have to wait. And the interesting thing is that, I forget exactly who it was. I know she was an attorney. But I remember her talking about, she said, if every single person that got even just a speeding ticket decided that they were going to contest it, the entire court system would fall apart. Because instead of somebody just going in and saying, okay, I'll pay the $200, make this go away, blah, and that's it, now every single person with a speeding ticket is going to go in and say, no, I want a trial by jury. I mean, the court system is already backed up enough as it is, so if every single person went in and wanted a trial by jury, you have to give it to them. That's the law in the United States. If they ask for a trial by jury, that's part of their rights. It is within their right to ask for that, and they have to be granted it. And so if every single one of them were to ask for a trial by jury, I mean, you're talking about cases would sit on the docket for decades. In fact, she was estimating that if that is exactly how it went down, if every single person from here on out asked for a trial by jury, if you got a ticket today, you wouldn't get it settled in court for like another 20 years. That's how far behind it was, the whole system was. It would take like 20 years before you'd even go to trial for it. And that's assuming that they were able to get enough jurors. Because remember, every jury has 12 people. And so, you know, if there's a jury call, like here in the United States, I don't know how they do it like in other countries or whatnot, but here in the U.S. occasionally we get like a jury summons where you have to report and you have to do your jury duty. And only from extenuating circumstances can you actually get out of doing jury duty. Like if you know the person that's on trial, you can't be on the jury, obviously. If you work overnight, you can get dismissed from the jury. All different reasons to get, but still, there has to be people to actually go and do that job. And so, just going through and trying to find juries for every one of those cases would be impossible. I mean, there would be literally people doing jury duty almost every single day. I mean, we would be flooded with jury duty requests, which would be ridiculous. I really wish that would happen. I really do. Just so, you know, finally, you know, the government or the local governments would be like, okay, maybe we need a better way to do this. You know, because this is not working. And you guys are just sitting over here listening to me like, what the hell is he talking about now? What in tarnation? Y'all want me to actually duel somebody instead of just talking? I'll duel somebody instead of just talking. No, well, apparently I'm dueling this person. Oh, I'll duel the Pharaoh next. How about that? I'll use the Odeon deck to duel the Pharaoh. We'll see how that works. Man, it's still 63 degrees in here. How do you people in the north deal with it? My hands hurt so much from the cold. I don't understand how y'all can handle it. Like Moni over in the Netherlands? Is it the Netherlands? Yeah, you're in the Netherlands. I always forget where everybody's from. It's cold up there, man. I don't know how you guys deal with it. He's like, well, we don't really have a choice. we live in a snowy place. I think the coldest I've ever been in, weather-wise, where was I? I think I was in northern Alabama. Was it northern Alabama? I think it was northern Alabama. And a cold front had come through, and it got pretty cold there. I want to say it was like 15 degrees. It was pretty cold. But I think that's about the coldest I've ever been in. And that was pretty damn cold. I know there are other places out there like Green Bay, Wisconsin. That place is notorious for hitting like below zero all the time. All right, Pharaoh. Let's go face you. I've already faced him once. And it sucks because by turn 3 he's able to just bring out his god card, which is stupid. Alright, Yugi Frodo. Go on and cheat and bring out your god card extra early.
Duel.
Oh. Let's see if I can get him to do something stupid. Not that this matters because that's already a warrior, but I want to get the extra 200. And we'll put warrior just in case he gets another card. Yes. Let's see how much damage. Ooh, that had to hurt. King of Games. More like King of Lame. Am I right? Ah. Ah. Okay. You know why I do the early morning streams? Because people come in, they complain, and then they leave. Seriously. Like Maroon, he's not even here anymore. He left. He's not even watching. Trax, he took off. I don't know where the hell he is. Probably went to work or something. Ultra Rare Yami, same thing. He's not here either. Well, that's a pretty crap reward. Slifer has a really nice effect. I think it's kind of crap. Oh yeah, I got a whole bunch of stuff here. Come on, let's see what we got. A bunch of gold, some gems. Reward for defeating the king of games, and who cares? You've been here since the beginning. You're one of the few. Like, Dre doesn't even come to my streams anymore. Dre bailed on me. Dre's like, no, man. And even people that well, I wouldn't say I'm not a fan of theirs, but even when I'm doing something, and when I see somebody else, like if I see Chop or Steve, if I see them streaming, I'll at least drop by. You know, which card am I trying to get? I'm trying to get one card. I'm trying to get my third Anki. That's it. That's it. I only want this card. Only. So yeah, we've gone through almost 3/4 of the box, and I still haven't got the single card I want. I mean, let's calculate here. Where's my calculator? Oh yeah. Okay, so we've purchased 146 packs. That is 7,300 gems. Now, that is a lot of frickin' gems. And all I want is that. And the thing is I'm probably gonna hit well over 8,500 gems before I get it, at least, because 8,500 gems would leave what, 28, 29 packs or 30 packs? Yeah, it would leave 30 packs, and that's being nice. No, I'm not spending real money on this. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just simply not gonna do it. Because again, I'm pretty much out of money when it comes to buying. Because again, you know, if I'm playing another game, if I go play Tecmo Bowl, I don't have to buy packs. Everything's just there for me. You know, I've given them enough money as it is. We're not going to give them any more. Simply because I think this is so stupid that I have to spend 7,500 gems trying to get one stupid card. It's ridiculous. It's just stupid. And they're all, but the gems are free. No, they're not. They're not free. But yes, they're... No, they're not. You pay for it with time. Pay for it with time.
Very well. Let us begin.
And the reason most people don't complain about paying for it with time is because most of us have a lot more time than money. I'm just going to do some quick auto duels now. How long have I been streaming anyway? Oh, I'm at 2 hours already. How do you get Tristan? He was available in an event that just went by. What was it? Was it the DD Tower event? I don't remember which event it was. Oh no, it was the tabletop RPG event, and he was just made available. Yeah, he was just made available, and also you get no tracks. That's not how it works. Tristan tries. I can't say that. Is raiding with a something. Thank you for the raid or something. I just realized that I still have Dre's waifu on here. Do you have any characters to level 45? Yes, I've actually got several. Not all of them, but I've got a few. I don't have to stream longer. Hell no. I'm ready for a nap, man. Whew, if there's anything you learn to appreciate as you get older, it's a frickin' nap. Remember when you were a baby? Probably not. Most people don't. But when you were young, when you were a kid, your mom always tried to put you down for a nap. You're like, no! I am still new to this world. I must explore and stick my finger in power sockets. Thank you for the follow, Tristan. But yeah, when you're a kid, you don't want to sleep. You just want to go and do. But as you get older, you get tired and you're like, dude, I need a freaking nap. And it's the greatest thing in the world. Greatest thing in the world. Just lie down, go to sleep for like 45 minutes. And I don't have kids. You all know I don't have kids. But parents that do have children, I understand why they love their naps now. Because, I mean, face it, you got a baby. Even if you have one kid. I mean, because that kid is usually... I mean, they're going to get into some mischief. Well, first of all, if it's a baby, if it's under a year old, that thing's going to be crying and complaining and crapping all over the place. I don't know how y'all do it. Those of y'all that have kids, like Dan's got 2 now. I just don't understand, man. I mean, there have been times where I've thought to myself, well, it'd be okay to have a kid, I guess. But then I think back and I'm just like, oh, no. No kids. Yeah. And that's not to say that I don't at least have some experience. I've changed diapers, I've babysat, I've watched my sister's kids. This is horrible, man. I think to myself, who would ever want to have children? Who would want to have them? But yep, she had 4 of them. And then, well, I look at it this way. I even told her this once. I said, you know, it was your choice to have 4 children. So don't ever look at me and be like, oh, I have 4 kids, I'm so tired. Well, what the hell did you think was going to happen? You can't go and have 4 kids and then be bitching about you're tired. Well, I mean, you can, but I don't think anybody's going to sympathize with you. Except other people with 4 kids. Maybe y'all can look at each other and be like, what the hell were we thinking? Having 4 kids. Don't have 4 kids. That's my advice to you all. To the younger people, if you have no kids, stay there. Because I can tell you right now, man, from the moment you have your first kid, your life changes. It's completely different. You know, you like going out to the club, hanging out with your friends, playing video games all night. You got a kid, that ain't happening anymore. Where's Dan? Dan's probably at work. Because for Dan, hold on, where's my clock? It's almost 10 o'clock here. So for Dan, it's, let me see, 12 noon. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon for Dan right now. All my kids went down the toilet. You pooped your kids out? That's disgusting. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, it's just, it's so freaking hard to have kids, man. I just don't. I'm so glad I didn't have children. One, because I have a hard enough time taking care of myself. And 2, everybody has this idea, and this was even, you know, back when I was in high school. People were like, oh, it's not so bad having a kid. After 18 years, they're gone. I'm like, no, they're not. You know what the difference is between taking care of your kid when they're 10 and taking care of them when they're 20? The big difference is that at 10, they're a child. Okay? they can kind of take care of themselves. Like, they can take themselves to the bathroom, clean themselves up a little, maybe cook for themselves a little. But they're not getting a job, you know, they're not doing any of that stuff. They're still going to school, fine. But at 20, you know, it's just, yeah. Because, again, you have this, you know, some people have this idea in their head that after 18 years, that's it. That's not it. There's something called college. And and most kids, unfortunately, even 18-year-olds, and I still call 18-year-olds kids because they are, yeah, it's not going to matter, man. You're still paying for them. The only difference is that the amounts of money that you give them as they get older just get larger. That's the only thing. When I was married, and my wife would still ask her mother for money because my wife was so bad at managing money. She would call up her mom, "Mom, can I have $200?" And the whole time, and she would do it in front of me, and I'm like, "What the hell do you need $200 for?" And I think the reason why she was ashamed to ask me is because when we first got married, I was a little too nice to her, and I would just give her money. I would just, seriously, like when I would get paid, I would just give my wife like $40 and be like, "Here, go, you know, go out to lunch today." And she's like, "Okay." Get paid again, "Here, go do your nails." Okay, and she loved it. But then when all that started stopping and I couldn't afford to just keep giving her money all the time, she would call her mother for money, even if she didn't need it. I'm like, "Dude, the bills are paid. What are you worried about?" "I want to go do my nails." Oh my God. I cooked once and my mother banned me from the kitchen. Unfortunately, that would never happen in my family because all of us can cook. It is kind of interesting. All of us in my family, I think it goes back to my grandfather on my mother's side. He was a cook in the military. The forgotten me. Forgotten Mew, I think. Thank you. I appreciate the follow. But yeah, my grandfather was a cook. My grandmother was, well, wasn't a professional cook. My grandfather was. But she was still a good cook. My mother was a great cook. My brother, who now owns his own company, is a cook. Well, he's a chef. He's a professional chef. He's, like I said, I'm being serious. He has his own company. He's the CEO. He has employees. It's kind of amazing. I think back to when my brother was a teenager and he was such a dipshit. Ultra rare Yami. I bet you're so bad at cooking it takes you 6 minutes to cook 5-minute soup. You're so bad at cooking it takes you 10 minutes to cook minute rice. I'm just making stuff up now. Your grandpa was a cook at the Pentagon? My grandfather was, he was in the Navy. And he was a cook on I don't know, it wasn't a destroyer, was it I think it was an aircraft carrier that he was a cook in the military. And then when he got out of the military, he went into it full time, and that was his thing. And for decades, he worked for the Holiday Inn. And this was back when the Holiday Inn was actually a really, really nice hotel. Now it's kind of like a, you know, it's like it's not terrible, but it's not, you know, great. But back in the day, he worked at this one hotel over on the bay, which is actually not too far from here. It was the Holiday Inn Emerald Beach, and he was the head chef there. And they used to have, you know, huge banquets and stuff there. It was amazing. And he did that, and like I said, my brother, he's a professional chef, and then of course my sister and I, we've paid attention to our grandfather and my mother, and we all can cook really well. Of course, I don't do it professionally. My brother does. My uncle worked as a cook, good pay. Well, you have to specify though, because there is a difference between a chef and a cook. Some people kind of think they're the same thing. They're not. I guarantee you they are not. A chef, like a head chef or even a sous chef, they make pretty good money. Now a cook, not so much. I mean, they still get okay pay. It all depends where you work too. Like, if you're a cook at Kentucky Fried Chicken, you probably don't get paid that much. But if you're a cook at a really nice restaurant, then they probably pay you a bit more. But of course, if you're a professional chef, you're not going to be working at KFC. You're going to be having your own restaurant, or you're going to work in a restaurant owned by somebody who has a lot of money and they can pay you well, you know. Anyway. Let's see. My grandma's brothers both were in the Navy. That's cool. Oh, did they? Were they in the war? Any of the wars? Hey, furry. I just want to take a moment. I know we're talking about cooking. I want to take a moment right now, and right now I'm actually having a record. I just hit the record for the most people ever watching me on Twitch. That's amazing. At one point, I was at 22 consecutive people, or concurrent, I should say. 22 concurrent people. That's pretty awesome. What is your best deck? My best deck is terrible. Vietnam. He was in Vietnam. My grandfather served during World War II. If I remember correctly, he was on the Pacific side. Because there was, you know, the European War, you know, for World War II versus the Germans. And then there was the Pacific side where, well, at least for us here in America, there was the Pacific side where they were fighting the Japanese. Best deck is Vietnam? No, it's not. It's not Vietnam.
This magic show will delight with fright.
You know, it's kind of weird, though. Never mind. I thought about saying something, but never mind. I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to go do this. I'm going to do Duel Academy some more. Let's keep rolling some dice here. That's what you just said. My best deck is Vietnam. Did I say that? It must have been a mix-up of words. My apologies. Alright, Chasm. Let's face Chaz. Here, I won't auto-duel him. I'll actually face him. Let's see what happens. You love military... Dude, man, I had... In my family, we've had a ton of people. Not my generation, specifically. But, like, I had a lot of uncles that were in the military. Both grandfathers were in the military, too. Both of them served in World War II. And then I had my Uncle Raymond, who actually lived with us for a short time. He served in Vietnam. Who else was there? My Uncle Arthur, he was also in Vietnam. I had an Uncle Hector. He's still around, I think, though. He also served. A lot of my uncles served in Vietnam. A lot of them. So, yeah, lots of military people. Not so many from this. These were like previous generations, though. This, like my generation, not many of us served. In fact, let me think. I don't think any of my cousins served. I know I couldn't serve, so it wasn't, you know, wasn't a thing. I definitely wasn't gonna serve. But how have your D hero? I have a D hero deck. I never knew that. When did I have a D hero deck? Are you talking about Masked Hero? Got a Masked Hero deck. I'm still trying to get that stupid third Anki. Never gonna get it, but... Yeah, I don't think anybody from this generation, from my generation, in my family served. I can't think of anybody that did. Who died in World War II. That sucks. And my grandfather on my father's side, who served during World War II, he actually just recently passed away, like a year ago. He died at the ripe old age of 96. 96 years old. Oh crap, I know what's coming next. He's gonna bring the... Yeah, I saw that coming. That's cool, we've got widespread. Your grandma's uncle died in World War II. She was only 2. Oh wow, she was young. Oh crap. Well, now I'm in trouble. Well, I gotta do this, and there's actually, I don't think there's really anything I can draw in this deck now. Oh crap, here comes level 7. What's DCD? I don't know what that is. Magician's Circle. Yeah, Magician's Circle isn't gonna help me either. Oh. Darn. Well, actually, this will help. We'll do this. We'll do this. We'll do this. Oh, crap, it's not. It's not gonna help, actually. Because he doesn't run spellcasters. I think I'm dead here. You disconnected? Did you disconnect? Are you serious? Another Stamping Destruction? Well, this was probably not the best deck to face him with anyway. This is a Dark Magician Girl deck, and it's not very good. So let's switch decks, and we'll play together. I'm only using him just to level him up. Alright, be quiet. Hold on, let me see.
Showtime!
Let's play with something that I know can probably win. I'll try this.
I'll show you no mercy.
How do you get Gemini Elf? It's in a pack. It's out of one of the booster boxes. It's only a rare, so it's not that hard to get. I forget exactly. I think it was in... What was it? Visions of Ice or something like that? Is that the box that it came out of? I think that was it. Yeah, Gemini's not that hard to get. Thankfully. I only use it in that deck because it's a spellcaster. And that deck is mainly all spellcasters. And it's searchable for Legion the Fiend Jester.
Duel!
Oh, wow. You want a prismatic one? I don't think you can get that card in prismatic. I don't think... Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, you can only get super rares and ultra rares in prismatic, right? I think that's the way it works. You can get it in foil, where it kind of flickers at you, but not prismatic. Yeah, it's just a rare, so... Which is not necessarily a bad thing. Because like I said, since it's a rare, it's not that hard to get. I don't want to keep... He's just going to keep searching. And both of these I can chain. So we'll let him keep that on there. Of course, Stamping Destruction. What is he hitting that? It actually doesn't matter. Are you serious? Another one? We're not letting you get away with that. We're gonna send Celestial. Okay. He's gonna do more searching here, so let's just see what we can do. He's gonna bring another troop. Oh, he didn't search anything there. Okay. No, let's destroy his face down. Oh, well, there's the truth. No wonder. Yes, we want to do that. The thing is that if you have only half of the cards, it's not going to work. In fact, I can tell you right now, I'm only one card short for this entire deck, and it still has times where it doesn't work. And plus, I can tell you right now, I don't know if you were here earlier when I was complaining about it, but this card right here, Anki, I've been trying to get the third one. I'm already 146 packs into the box where Anki comes out of, and I still haven't gotten it. And the best way to run this deck is with 3, and there's only 1 copy of Anki in that box. So you have to reset it every single time. Yeah, it's expensive. What is your best games? I don't really have a best game. We're gonna draw. Yeah, we just did the numbers. It was I had already spent like 7,800 gems or something like that. It was a lot of gems. 74, 78, something like that. I don't remember exactly, but it was a lot of freaking gems. I can tell you the worst games of 2018. Well, I mean, the first one that comes to mind is probably Fallout 76. It still has its defenders. People still defend that game. But, yeah. Your GB deck, your Green Bay Packers. Ghibli Bonkers. I don't know what GB stands for, man. You gotta tell me. I don't understand y'all kids. What in tarnation? Just got my 3rd Noble Knight. Ugh. I hate Noble Knights so much. Oh, Gladiator Beast. Gladiator Beast is actually kind of fun. Hey, that's an idea. I actually have a Gladiator Beast deck that I could use. I could probably switch to it. Let me switch to it now. Just to give you all a little something different to look at. I think it's under Taya.
You shouldn't underestimate me, because I'm not planning to lose.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this one because I was using it with Holy Guard. 2 Madra and 30 packs. That's pretty good, man. Sometimes you get lucky like that. Sometimes you get really lucky and you get them early. Like, out of one of the newer boxes, I got 2 Junk Synchrons really quickly. So I was happy. But other times, yeah, it just takes frickin' forever. Okay, good. Yeah, this looks like it. Looks pretty good. Okay. Let's see. Make sure everything is in order. Okay. Full box so you can create a damn deck. I heard a ding! Crimwin! Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Alright. Glad Beasts. I like Gladiator Beasts. They're actually kind of fun. They're a little slow, but they're okay. They're a solid deck. Halo Infinite comes out in November. That's a long way off, man. That's 11 months. No, just because I'm actually about 60-40 on Noble Knights when it comes to win-loss record. They just feel really slow. Not as slow as spellbooks, but still pretty slow. Glad Beasts are actually a little slow themselves too, but not as slow as spellbooks, in my opinion. Obviously not as slow. You got Border Glads. Well, you can, that's why you have, that's why I'm glad you can build like, 100 different decks in this stupid game, because you'll get bored of one deck pretty quick. All right, Yugioh, see what you got.
Duel.
I sometimes forget that I have the fusions. So if I'm playing through this and I forget to summon out a good fusion, forgive me. What about Crystal Beasts? Crystal Beasts are okay. Dark Tracks, one of my regular viewers over on YouTube, he has a Rainbow Dragon deck. It's not super consistent, but it's still okay. Actually, no, we're gonna keep attacking. We're gonna doink it. And let's see. What is your dream you want to come true? That Gal Gadot shows up at my door dressed up in her Wonder Woman outfit and says, "Let's go." And I'm like, "Yeah!" And we go over to McDonald's and we have a hamburger. Hey, man. I like her. Oh, are you serious? Interesting move on his part. Not really sure why he did that. Oh. It's probably a better idea. Yeah. Okay. We'll just attack. Let's say it's probably a better idea to attack with these. That's kind of a weird move that he did with Mirror Wall. Huh. Hey, Salty. Okay. We'll go to the end phase. We're gonna bring out this dude here. He's gonna activate, and we're gonna take care of that. We're gonna send him away. Now we're gonna bring out a duplicate of him. He's gonna activate, and we're gonna dump that. Then your boring life having kids. Hey, I'll say this. Kids, I mean, I think we can all agree, having kids is difficult. It's really, really hard. But there are some good things to it. Like, I mean, again, I don't have... Oh, he's got a nightmare wheel. Anyways, I don't have kids myself, but I have spent time with my sister's kids a lot. They can be pretty fun at times. Sometimes. They're getting older now, so they're not... Like, when they were between the ages of, like, 2 and 10, it was insanity. But now they're getting older, so it's not so bad. Let's see. We're gonna bring out... Let's see. Where's the guy that removes? Is it this dude? Yeah, he removes. Okay. Kiba! What's going on, Kiba? Let's see. Why do we want to banish? Yeah, let's get rid of that sucker. But yeah, my sister's kids, like I was saying, they're all older now. Well, not there's some of them are still kids, but like the oldest one's like 20, and he's in college, and he was raised really well. He was raised mostly by my sister and my parents, and my stepfather, who he spent a lot of time around. He instilled in him a very strong work what am I trying to say? A very strong work ethic. Basically, he taught him, if you want something, you gotta work for it. And he drilled that into his head. And it worked out, because he's got a job, he goes to college, he pays for his own college. And he's got a car, he pays for his own car, pays for his own insurance. He does it all himself. He's very self-reliant, because, he was brought up like that. And so he turned out really well. And then his sisters, who are, I believe, 15 and 14, they're still in high school. So they're still pretty young. And then he has a younger brother who's like 12. He's the youngest one. But again, he's being brought up in that same way that if you want something, you got to work for it. And he's a really, really good kid. He's very polite. He doesn't talk back. He goes to school every day. He gets good grades. He's a good kid. The girls, on the other hand, they're actually kind of rowdy. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're not terrible, but they've gotten in trouble a few times. Like one of them, she actually got busted at school smoking pot. And then she had a bad reaction to the pot, had a seizure, and they had to call an ambulance for her. Yeah, so she got into some crap. And, yeah, my sister and my parents, they absolutely gave it to her. Deservedly so. I mean, she doesn't have a hard life. They're not poor or anything. But unfortunately, they're living with their father right now, and he's not... I'll just say he's not the best parent in the world. That's what I'll say. And I guess you can kind of figure it out from there. But yeah, the boys, they turned out really, really well, thankfully. But, like, the youngest one, when he was much younger, when he was, like, 3, 4, 5 years old, he I don't know what his deal was, man. He liked putting things in the toilet. And again, if you're a parent, you've probably had to deal with this at some point. I don't know what his deal was, but like he like one time I was looking after him, and he was like 4 years old, and I was in my bedroom, and my mother was there with me, and I suddenly hear, "No, no, Andrew, don't do that. What are you doing?" And she was louder, a little louder than usual. And so I go out there and I look, and he had dumped, like, we had these little porcelain figurines that we had in a bathroom, and he just thought it would be the most amazing idea to put them all in the toilet. And so, my poor mother, and I'm like, "Mom, I'm watching him, I'll take care of him." And she's like, "No, I'm not going to have you do this." And, and I have to admit, I'm kind of glad I didn't have to. Because, yeah, that wasn't very attractive. But that's one of the joys of having children, right? Is that, you know, you get to see them grow and put things in the toilet, and then you have to pull them out of the toilet. It was pretty gross. Thankfully, nobody had gone. Nobody had gone, so... Oh, are you serious? He's coming out. Nobody had gone to the toilet, so it wasn't so bad. But still, I mean, you don't want to have to put your hands, even if they're gloved hands. Like, I mean, like whenever I clean my bathroom, I live by myself, so I clean everything, obviously. And you know, when you gotta clean the bathroom, you gotta clean it, you know? And sometimes you gotta get down in there and you gotta put the gloves on, and even then it's still a little gross. But you gotta do it. But yeah. That was pretty nasty. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm gonna get both effects. There we go. I think you mean that moisty feeling. Well, I mean, it's just that I think it's, at least for me, it's more the idea that you know what goes on there. So you don't really want to get near it, but you gotta, because that's, you know, it's just the way it is. Probably because I'm talking to you guys and not really paying too much attention to what I'm doing. And also, he attacked me. So, yeah. I had to, you know... Because if I wouldn't have used Econ and he attacked me, then, you know, my monster would have gone away. It's just Owl. But why take damage when I don't have to? Hey, look at that. I love that. They didn't even... They didn't even translate this slide. Anybody speak Japanese? This is Japanese. Let's see. Yeah, that looks like Japanese. Anybody read that for me? Do you like the new box? Absolutely not. I've not even purchased a single pack from that box yet. Not even one. Okay, we want to go into there, so I'm going to use my little dice. And I can probably turn my heater off, because it's not as cold as it was. I actually faced a Kawaki deck earlier in Ranked, and I actually won. I'm just going to roll the dice through all these. After we finish killing the last guy, we'll go ahead and we'll cash in all the coins. I finally got a Wing Karibo level 9. I'd completely forgot that it was even in this event, and then I got it and I was like, oh yeah, there it is. Completely forgot about you. And Benia, that is an opinion. It's a terrible opinion, but it's your opinion. Yeah, Shrink is okay. I'm actually a fan of Shrink simply because I used it back in the TCG. In fact, I remember getting Shrink. How can I put this? I won't say that I used my connections to get it early, but the connections definitely didn't hurt. I got it like the day that it came out, and I was able to get multiple copies of it. I was able to get 3 copies of Shrink the day it came out, and the very next day I played in a regional. And I remember the first time, I think it was like a second or third round. I hadn't been able to use it yet, but it was like the second or third round, and I finally played it against somebody, and they're like, "What is that?" Like almost all the people who were there at the event didn't even know that Shrink was released. And I remember the guy that I used it against, he's like, "I don't think you can use that." And I go, "Well, yes, I can." And I was a judge, not in that event, but I had already been judging for a long time, and so I know how the rules work. And so the guy actually calls the judge over, and I already knew what he's going to say. And I even told the guy before he called the judge, I said, "Well, the new cards are you can use them on release. Once they're officially released, you can use them." And he's like, "I don't know about that." And I'm like, "But that's how it works." And he's like, "I'm going to call the judge." I'm like, "You go right ahead." He calls the judge. Judge comes over. He's like, "Yeah, can he use this yet? It just came out." And the judge is like, "Yeah, they're legal upon release." And the guy was like, "Oh." And he was just pissed after that. He was mostly pissed, 1, because I was able to destroy a strong monster of his, and 2, I used Shrink on him again later in the game. He didn't like that.
Duel.
I remember it specifically because he was so angry that I used Shrink on him. I didn't do all that well in that tournament. I think I finished like 5-3. I didn't do that well. Man, this is a interesting starting hand. But yeah, Shrink's okay. What the hell is this hand? Exactly! Do I want to do that? It's 2,000 damage I would be saving. Oh, man. Screw it. I'm going to burn it. It's 2,000 damage I'll be saving, too. So, we'll do that. And hopefully I'll draw a monster here. No. Shnikes. Well, no monster. But at least those 2 are kind of useless for him right now. Unless he draws a frickin' poly, and that's going to suck. I'll take that 1,000. I don't want to keep burning through monsters here. Or cards here. Come on. Are you serious? I'm going to have to start using these now. Well, let's go ahead and just use it now. And then, here, put on that guy. You have Miracle Fusion card for the Elemental Heroes. If you're asking if I have Miracle Fusion, I'm pretty sure I do. Oh, that's not bad. Alright. So that's a 1,000 defender. Actually, no. He'll be a 0 defender because of Ojima Country. Or, yeah, Ojima Country. I don't want to hit that. It doesn't really matter what I hit at this point. Any of them is fine. He's gonna flip this back up, so let's destroy this. Okay, so we'll end. Go activate this. No. So let's bring this guy. I know he's probably got another country in his hand, but I gotta burn through him anyway. See? It's like I know he's got one. Simply because I need another monster. I'm a little monster light right now. You doubt there is a thing as a card mafia? I don't know. I don't really know what you mean by that. Let's see. What do I want to bring? Something with a strong defense. Well, I could use that to start clearing the field. That's for removal. That's for destroying monsters. Well, he's actually got a decent defense, and he's going to be flipped right now. And I can attack twice per turn next time around, so we'll bring him. Yes, that's why I chose him, because he can hit twice. So now I gotta save my floodgate down there, just in case he does pull a poly. Because if he pulls out that poly, I'm gonna have to do it. Okay. Drowning. So it's a flood, it's a controller, okay. So we'll hit twice. I'm still not gonna hit that damn thing until he gets down to like 2 cards, so that he'll do something dumb at search. Okay, so now we'll end, and I'm gonna send this. I'm gonna bring back the green guy. Where are you, green guy? There you are. And again, I'm fairly certain he's got another country in his hand, but. Oh, there's the poly. Here we go. Oh, he's bringing out the knight. I thought he was going to bring out the other guy. I'm actually okay with the knight. Here, let's... Actually... I'm not going to floodgate that. We'll wait, because this turn I could just use my controller on it. Have I faced Yugi level 50? Yes, I have, and I've beaten him both times. Means I do not believe card mafia. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Maroon. I'm not going to use it because then I can just flip it this turn. Alright, so let's see. What can we do here? He's got 7 cards left. I can probably start using my rushes if I really wanted to. Let's do this. We'll use that. I'll set this. Do I want to give him the search? Yeah, let's just give him the search. Because why not? Oh, Ojimadala, I forgot about that. Let's see that. Or I could remove... actually, just in case, let's get the strong guy out. If you beat him 5 times, he gives you 100 gems. Oh, that's nice. Okay, he has to go in defense. Yugioh? Man, I thought you ran away, dude. Anybody remember Yugioh? Holy crap, man. If I remember Yugioh, Yugioh was the person who kept telling me to play Roblox. And then I played for like a month, and then I just got sick of the community. Nothing against you, man, but man, dude, I mean, it's kind of exactly what you would expect, though. Roblox is geared toward children. And so, yeah. That community, man. That's probably the biggest reason why I didn't have kids and why I'm glad I don't have them, because I can't handle an 8-year-old for that long. I just can't. After like 5 minutes, I gotta tell the kid to piss off, or I just lose my mind. Alright, so now we gotta face this big dude, and then we can spend all our coins. 2019? I don't know, it's not happy yet. He looks like he broke his nose. I hate that I have to watch this every single time. I can't even skip it. It won't let me skip it. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. The only thing I don't really like about the Gladiator Beasts is, at least the build that I have and the way that I play it, it's a little slow. And I don't mean necessarily slow as in each turn is slow. I mean, with other decks, I could finish, you know, people off much quicker. But with Gladiator Beasts, it's kind of slow and steady. You know, you're probably never going, you know, or at least the way that I play, I'm probably never going to finish somebody off by, like, turn 3. Alright, so we got a floodgate. Well, let's just put that down there. I'm facing the AI anyway, it's not going to matter. Oh, Phantom Skyblaster. I know what he's going for. He's getting tokens. Fiend Sanctuary. Another token. Is he already going to bring him? He sure is. I gotta read this real quick. Actually, this is fine. This is perfectly fine. Let's see, that's a divine, is it? No, it's a dark. It's just a dark. Okay. It's not divine. Get that sucker out of here. Golden apples. Actually, that's fine, because then I can send that away. Bring out Morello. And just get rid of this stupid thing. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Freddy. Freddy is following. He's doing it again? He's getting more tokens? Oh, he's hoping to... Okay, never mind. We'll do that. Nice draw. Okay, where are you? There we go. Bring him out. Bring him out. You never unsubscribed? Are you serious? Really, dude? Actually, I have an idea. Let's see, can I eat that? I sure can. I could probably take for the win. Oh, crap. Let me see. Oh, he only gets tokens. Okay, let's do this. Are you serious? Freaking Doomsdays. Sure. Why not? I didn't want to attack twice, Benia. Oh, be quiet, you buttholes. I'm too busy reading chat to pay too much attention to what I'm supposed to be doing in the game. So deal with it. I can only do one thing really well at a time. If I'm doing two things, you're gonna get crap. It's just the way it is. Deal with it. That's true. I can't read chat and interact with people at the same time that I'm, you know, trying to play this. I never said I was pro. Well, that's actually the way multitasking works. That's why I remember when I was in the corporate biz, we hated multitasking. We absolutely hated it. Even though upper management would be like, you know, you need to multitask. And we would always tell them, no, you don't multitask. And they're like, why not? And I go, because when you multitask and you got your mind on 2 or 3 different things, you're not going to do any of them well. Whereas if you've got your mind focused on one singular goal, you do that and you're going to do it really well. But if you split up your attention, it's just not going to work. It might get done, but it's one, it's going to take longer, or two, it's not going to get done right. 100% true, man. Jesus, I've only got like 10 of these now. You don't do many things well. You do one thing well. And that's taking a poop. That's it. That's all you do well. He's like, what? What are you talking about? That's right. Oh, we can't forget. Oh, where's... Hold on. I know what I should do for you, Benia. Hold on. Give me a moment. I forgot. We gotta welcome Benia into the new year the way that only Benia should be welcomed in. Here, let me move her out of the action here. There you go. We had to bring in Benia's girlfriend. At least all my YouTube people know what's happening here. All the people on Twitch are like, "What the hell's happening?" But all the YouTube people are laughing their butts off. She is a little big. Her head looks a little big. Let me see if I can shrink her up a little bit here. I'm gonna try that. Yeah, nothing. This isn't for people on Twitch, and I've got quite a few people on Twitch right now, so that's why I'm addressing them as well. We tease Benia a little bit about about lolly anime characters, and we especially tease him with what, I don't even remember what her name is anymore. What is her name? Remind me, YouTube people. What is her name? Chloe. That's her name. Her name's Chloe. Yeah, over on 5Ds. On 5D's side. Because for some reason when 5Ds came out and Chloe came on the scene, I don't know why, but certain individuals took a liking to her, which I guess is okay if you just like the character, but it got a little weird after a little while. In fact, some could say it got really weird. Like weird to the point where it's uncomfortable. Is there other ways I can get gems? Doing the event. The event actually has a pretty good amount of gems. Also, just leveling your characters. That's really the fastest way. Oh, if you play ranked duels, when you get your first win of a new season, it usually gives you 50 gems. And then you also get your rank stamps, which you get them win or lose. So even if you lose like 7 in a row, you still get like a certain amount of gems from that. Yeah, farming's a little boring. Oh, I told y'all we're going to do the card lottery. Oh, okay, here, we'll do that. Oh, no, that's not transparent. I'm looking for transparent. Where are you? Is that transparent? There we go. That's not transparent. Here we go. We'll do Moni's waifu. There you go. We'll give you a little waifu action there, buddy. Alright, let's see. Can we get anything decent? There's really nothing I want out of these. So I'm really just kind of going for gems at this point. Or the rare tokens, I guess. Have you farmed the event yet? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Farmed it hardcore already. You have many waifus in your PC. No, I usually just keep those around because they're entertaining. Because I know I can always tease you guys with them. Well, there's nothing wrong with Aki. I like Aki, too. She's okay. She's a decent character. I don't know about Chloe, though. I don't remember seeing Chloe in 5Ds. Was she ever in 5Ds, or is she just like a made-up character? Another Lele. And another Blade. Neospatian. Oh, yeah! Well, even in the TCD, Neospatians, they were okay. Like, every now and then, certain Neospatians would be usable, but as far as making a straight-up Neospatian deck, nobody ever really did that. At least not in the TCG. Yeah, it simply wasn't... there were far better cards at the time. Okay, let me take Aki off. She's a little big there. All right. Let's see. Third one of those, and a fifth one of those. Blah. Well, I guess 3. He's so impossible to summon. Well, maybe not impossible, but he's really hard to summon. Chloe Carmine. Chloe Carmine? Do you mean Carly Carmine? Because I remember Carly. Now, I don't know if she had the same name in the English version of 5Ds as she had in the Japanese version. I'm actually watching the Japanese version now. But yeah, it's well, at least like I said, in the Japanese version, it's Carly. Like I said, I know sometimes when they move them over, you know, to the various regions, they change their names. Yeah, I'm getting a pretty decent amount of gems here. Another. Well, that's 5 of that guy. We got 7 more. Let's see, what can we get with 7 more? Another gem. 1 whole gem. I guess I can probably cash these in. Got 15 of them. Oh, where did I get another ticket? Choose your gift campaign. Oh yeah. Yeah, Carly Carmine. She was actually, I actually like Carly. I'm finally getting into the episodes where she shows up. Like I saw the episode where she was dueling with Jack, and she was basically drawing the cards from him. She's actually kind of hilarious. Jack is kind of a jackass, huh? I mean, I knew he was kind of one of those arrogant. Benia, why do you want to ruin the series for me? Dude, Benia, that's not cool, dude. Thanks, dude. Really. Thanks. Alright. Next time something significant happens in anything in the world, I'm going to call you, Benia. I'm going to say, hey, did you know this happens at the end? Man. I ruined your day. You ruined a series for me. That's not the same thing. And how did I ruin your day? Simply by showing you Chloe? Get out of here. I thought she was funny. I really did. I thought she was hilarious. I like her more than... what was that other reporter's name? I forget it. I don't remember. But yeah, that was that other reporter. And I thought she was kind of ridiculous. I don't know. Jack is kind of... he just... I don't know. There's always that one character that's portrayed in the series as a real jerk. And Jack was that guy. Yusei makes kamikaze? The drink? Or the World War II fighter pilot? Those are two very different things, by the way. Pilot? He actually becomes a pilot? Ah, that's kind of amazing. What am I doing? I think I'm just kind of jumping around from place to place. Ooh, dude, I've been streaming over 3 hours. I think it's time for me to take a break. And I need to probably... What? Oh, today's Thursday, right? Okay, yeah, it's Thursday. Well, I'm going to head out. Thank you all for attending the stream. I really appreciate it. Make sure you all check out the description. Join our Discord. Or not. Either one. We also have a giveaway going right now, which... the link for the giveaway is actually pinned in the Discord, I think. If it's not pinned, it's under the giveaway links. We're giving away a card, which I have right here, like an actual physical card. It is called Windrose the Elemental Lord, and Benia is completely disqualified from winning it. And I'm kidding, but yeah, it's only available to the U.S. unfortunately, because shipping overseas gets really expensive. But yeah, you can check that out over on the Discord. You can also follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Thank you for all the follows today over on Twitch. I really appreciate that. That's a lot. I got a lot of follows today. I got like 10 follows today. That's pretty nice. I will see you guys probably on Saturday. Remind me on Saturday, we're going to do Open Duel Room. Because with all the holidays and stuff we've had over the last couple of weeks, things have been a little crazy. So hopefully we'll get a little more back on track. But Saturdays when we do our streams, we usually do Open Duel Room with fun decks. So yeah, if y'all want to join us on Saturday, and we'll bring in some people, open up a duel room, play some fun decks, and see where it goes from there. Until then, everybody send Benia a message and tell him that his girlfriend doesn't love him anymore. That she's found somebody else. Somebody else named Chloe. And she doesn't love him. And until then, that sounds so sad. Until then, guys, I will see you all on Saturday. Be safe. Don't do anything crazy. Have a nice lunch, guys. I'll see you all then.